Life is a video game, and most people are losing, or most people are not even playing it. Now, this is not the typical video you watch to feel good, to get a dopamine, because what I'm about to tell you is gonna hurt some people. It's gonna trigger some people, because the truth is, there is actually no one playing the game. Not me, not you, no one. There is just a game. And when you learn to see beyond the illusion of this, when you learn what's not, the whole game shifts. Even though the game was never affected. But your life shifts. The one you thought you were shifts. Or, better to say, transcends and dissolves. So, if you're ready, buckle up. Let me take you on a journey. Before anything else, I need to make it clear, there is no cheat code to this game. There is no cheat code to life. You can't bypass it. You can't take the elevator. You're gonna fall down. You have to take the stairs. And the stairs, I call it resistance. Resistance to life, resistance to situation, resistance to people, to circumstances. But most importantly, resistance to the feeling within that all these things are triggering. My friend, we are emotional beings. Vibration, energy, everything is energy. Everything you go through in life, every block, every challenge, every setback, whenever you feel emotionally reactive, it can be anger, it can be jealousy, it can be frustration or hopelessness. Let's say uncertainty if you're working on something. Comparison, fear, all of these triggers, they are pointing to something within you. This is the game. It's a signal. It's not the outer circumstances. It's your inner world of emotions. And all of these emotions are creating the thoughts, the mental concepts, the story in your mind you keep telling yourself. Fear is translated into, I must to, I have to. Jealousy is translated into, that's not a good way to do it. Uncertainty is translated to, if I just had this, I would be. They are all different stories we tell ourselves based on the feeling within, the emotion we have stored, suppressed since a young age. Maybe you were 5, maybe you were 10, maybe you were a kid just being laughed at in school, or a kid playing football, not delivering to the point where your parents would be proud of you. And in that situation, you suppressed the feeling. You didn't have a tool or a way to fix it, so you just suppressed it, fight or flight. Now this whole game is created by all this conditioning, all these stored memories we have, the energy, and they become beliefs. They become, I never succeed, or I'm never good enough, or I'm not beautiful, or I'm unseen. All these beliefs we have, which then leads to an identity. And then we walk around in life, in this game of life, playing a character that is shaped by all these conditions, labels, the identity. And we start to filter life through that lens. And suddenly, the game becomes unconscious. So we walk around like NPCs. We're drifting around. Now, it all comes down to one question. How do I win in life? What's the key? because everyone is looking for it, but nobody seems to have it. You can have more money, you can live a good life, you can have a car, you can have a beautiful partner, but somewhere in that, we all know, somewhere, the friction, the resistance, the emotional reactivity is coming back, and nobody seems to know why. So we search for more, we keep looking, we keep striving. I have 10K a month, if I only have 15K. I have a beautiful wife, if I have a couple of kids. I have an apartment, but if I have a house. Doesn't work, my friend. Your game is rigged, and you know it. You can't escape it. You can only transcend it. And transcending it means knowing yourself. It means knowing who you are not. Because who you think you are right now is not who you really are. As I told you from the start, there is no one controlling this game. There is no one playing this game. Not me, not you. Life just is. The game is just playing itself. There are characters in the same way that there are characters in a dream. So the question is, who are you? The question is, how do I win? Now, before I tell you the answer, I want you to understand that your mind is now probably trying to intellectually comprehend everything, or probably have some comment on what I'm saying. That's fine, because what I'm about to tell you is how you also transcend that, the reactivity to what I am saying. 2 words: letting go. And before you think on the thing I know you're about to think, it doesn't mean like that. Letting go has nothing to do with laying on the sofa, giving up life. Letting go has nothing to do with giving up life, giving up dreams, giving up goal. Letting go means one thing, and one thing only. And if you learn this, I promise you, you will win the game. And I promise you, you will transcend the character who think he wins the game. And the game will just be a play, just like a dance that never stops. Just like a dance that never has a destination. There are movements, but there is no destination. There is just music, energy, vibes. The key thing here is letting go leads to acceptance. And acceptance is the biggest key of all keys. If you were looking for a cheat code in life, if you were looking for some hack, if you were looking for anything, look for this: acceptance. What does it mean? Should I just take hits from life? Should I just be average? What should I do, man? Acceptance means you stop resisting life, because you understand who you are and who you think you are. It's not the same thing. The reason why you are suffering, the reason why you are losing, is because you think there is someone controlling. You think you are controlling life. But life is neutral. Life happens on its own rhythm. The game is played out in its own way. And who you think you are, the character, is just a mental concept, a thought among many other thoughts. Acceptance means that you are okay with everything you face in life. A setback in business doesn't bring you down. A rejection by a person doesn't make you spiral for a week or feel unseen. A loss in revenue doesn't make you suffer endlessly. A comment someone made about you doesn't make you hate that person. Every must, every have to, every need to, it has its origin within us, the resistance I talked about earlier. A situation triggers the emotion, and that emotion is translated into something you think you have to do. You try to solve an emotional problem with the mind. You try to find a solution to the problem in your mind, the story you tell yourself, with more thoughts. So you are just trying to fix your mind with the mind, and it doesn't work. It's like being stuck in a room filled with furnitures, and you try to find the exit, but what you do is you're just moving around the furnitures, and you never get to the point where you exit the room. So you play the game inside this room, and you are never winning because you're always stuck in the room. You never level up. Each emotion you don't face and feel is keeping you stuck on a level. When you try to fix the room with the furnitures, it's equivalent to staying stuck in your mind, to stay stuck on a level, because there is a resistance that keeps you stuck in the room. And the resistance is the emotion you feel that was triggered by the situation, or by what someone said, or by a memory, a thought. This is what beliefs are. This is what an identity is. And you walk around in life just having this identity. You have many different masks and identities, and life is just waiting for you to face it. That's why you keep repeating the same patterns, the same partner, the same shitty partner. Oh, why am I always ending up with the same person? Because you never dissolved, you never transcended that identity. You were always escaping into the mind, into the world, projecting, suppressing. But the key point to acceptance is feeling the emotion. That's the key point. Emotional regulation. The body keeps the score, not the mind. So what's the result when you do this? When you play the game right, every level becomes kind of neutral. Even when a challenge hits, you don't spiral, you don't suffer. You ride it like a surfer rides a wave. You manage it. Even though it can hurt physically sometimes, emotionally, you feel it. You don't suffer mentally. That's where the game is lost. You're stuck in your mind, in that room, suffering over and over. And you never get past your level. So you stay there, you try to make it comfortable in that room until someone shows up on YouTube and telling you to accept life, feel the emotions. So, if you really want to win the game of life, you have to become aware of all the triggers in life. What are you reacting to? Next time, just stop. Don't fight it in your mind. Even if you fight it in your mind, remember this video, what I said. Oh, he said something about acceptance. And you will notice that behind that thought and story, there is an emotion, anger, fear, frustration. You locate it here in the body. Most of the time it's in the chest or the stomach. Sometimes in the jaw, in the shoulders. I can feel it in the shoulders sometimes when I'm stressful. Letting go. And letting go means let the feeling be there. Over and over. Doesn't matter if it comes back. If you get stuck in your mind again, bring your attention back to the body. You can be here. Welcome it. Breathe into it. Sit with it. Don't fight it. Acceptance is not something you do. Acceptance just means stop resisting. And the more you do it, the more you detach. The more you detach from the false I you think you are, from the false I, you come back to the flow of life, the game that is played out naturally, like a movie playing out on a screen. And for every challenge or setback, you know how to level up. Just you feel your way into it. The reparation of the soul, emotional regulation. It's beautiful, guys. And you start shedding the layers, the identities, and you understand who you are. And more importantly, you understand who you are not. You're not that thought in the mind. You're not that voice. You're something beyond that. In stillness, it's revealed. In happy moments, it's also revealed. That glimpse of pureness, presence. In meditation, or maybe in a psychedelic trip. And you feel like you're cracking the code. You're winning that game. You have the answer. Even when you feel like that, let go of that too. Don't create a new identity. The game of life is won by letting go and accept everything. So my friend, if you really want to play this game, if you really want to win it, acceptance is your friend. Turn off this video and let go of it. Let go of everything.